Yeah, 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 yeah. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who run away, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name, big dope and flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Soon as you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip. Yeah, 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 yeah. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who run away, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name, big dope and flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Soon as you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip I tossed it, I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming, coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who run away, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. Bitch, I'm active. If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napping. Yeah, 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 yeah. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who run away, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again, yeah. State your name, big dope and flame. I just switched the lanes. Damn, he did it again. I just flipped the pain. Stripping and dipping in bass, slab on everything. Soon as you sinking away, cause I got big racks coming. I put my low racks on it. I ain't skip past losses, I had to get back off it. See the fit lab on it until they whip my coffin. Money clip I tossed it, I heard it's big bags on big bags on big bags coming, coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who run away, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. Bitch, I'm active. If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping. Keep it on my body, bitch. I'm broke if you asking. Yo, gotta sell him most Cialis roll is broken whistles longer than it's foreign. Heard you want it cause the game's enormous. What's an ass? Since she isn't gorgeous. Live my life last name of Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest. Do not know we're knocking on the door. This came in, I came in, I came in. Did it like the Porsches coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who run away, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who run away, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10, 10, 10, yeah.
What's up, Bomb Squad? This DC KOOLAID. Yep, I'm in the building for a minute. Just for a minute. Hold on, let me stop sharing this thing right here. Hope everybody having a good day. What's up, Leilani? What's up, Strawberry? Lisa coming in a minute. She coming in a minute. I ain't even got my glasses on, so I'm seeing y'all. I'm seeing y'all. I'm gonna put the link up because Lisa got to click on it. And if anybody else want to click on the link and piggyback off what she's talking about today, let me do this real quick. I can't hear clearly. Hold on. Yeah. Oh, this is much better. Anyway, so how's everybody's Saturday going? I hope you're having a good, beautiful, blessed day today. Anyway, it's raining out here. I don't know what it's doing out there, but it's raining out here. And like I said, we're about to be talking about could you date a former sex worker? I know I can't. I can't. I don't think I can do that, but that's the topic. We're going to share the live stream. Make sure you share the live stream. Share the live stream, please. Headphones are caught. So anyway, like I said, that's going to be the topic for the day. What's up, Shamita? Yeah, it's like rainy right now. It wasn't raining. It's cloudy. It's supposed to be raining all the way up till Wednesday. So it's going to be one of those rainy weeks. So do you see the link? I don't see you.
I mean, I ain't came in here.
Oh. You said, I'm in. Oh, you chopped off some. Bring it down a little bit. Yeah, like that. Yeah, like that. That's good. She trying to get it set up.
Right there?
Yeah, because you had this thing right here.
I was trying to cut off this fat ass chin. That's all right.
Ooh. All right, let me go. All right.
Hey. We came a little late. How your mother? You ought to see over there trying to turn this microphone off. You should see her trying to turn this microphone off, y'all. Like,
yeah, I just had to make sure it was turned off.
Look,
It was down.
Look, that's how she turned off the microphone.
Hey, I was trying to look.
Look. That's how she's trying.
Well, I saw it.
Eventually, you did. You're right.
I saw it.
You was a big boy. You saw the
I saw
thing.
It eventually.
I understand. Hey, y'all. I don't know how many people are in the chat because I won't have the chat up because I get distracted very easily.
I'm about to share the live stream.
And I'm on my phone, so normally I'm looking down at that. So, hey, y'all.
We got Shamita, Strawberry Kisses, Leilani. You got 8 people in here for right now. They come slowly in, and then it's like you got to start all over. So we
keep having 8 people. I mean, the title is self-explanatory. So if you guys would alert the anybody new that, just answer the question. It's a yes or no question, and I'm going to take a side. I'm not going to straddle the fence. I'm not going to give you. I mean, I can give you the pros and cons of both sides, but I do have a side. And we'll get into the side in a moment. However, I would like to maybe one of them work over there that I can look on.
Yeah, hold on.
Look you too long.
I can give you this one.
All right. So I'm gonna look at the chat and try to answer the questions, and we're gonna see where this rolls. You may be surprised at where I'm gonna roll it to. But real talk is real talk. So we decided to come a little later because this is a little more adult. I don't expect for young people to take issue as much as we do because we were brought up in a different time. These kids, Instagram models, fans only pages, they are introduced to sexuality and sex as an occupation early. And when I say sex as an occupation, I don't just mean people who have sex for money. Sex as an occupation could be anything. So
can you turn your volume up on yours just in case Leilani talk or something?
I don't know, that's up.
Say something, Leilani.
Can you hear me? Can you see? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me in your headphones?
Wait a minute, say something. Wait a minute, let me turn it up on here so I can.
Because Leilani heard me.
Yes, you up on here?
Yeah, but I'm gonna have. Oh.
Yeah, but can you turn the volume up on yours?
I did turn it up.
Can you hear me say something? Am I talking to you?
I mean, I can hear you through the phone.
I'm talking about through your phone.
Right.
Okay, cool. Leilani, say something.
Something.
See, did you hear?
I heard her, but I heard her, I'm up as far as I can go.
Okay. You got aux cable on yours for headphones?
No,
Okay.
I have to have that thingy.
All right. Mm.
My Android has went the way of the iPhone, and now you gotta have old bullshit ass.
Am I better now?
No, not for me. I don't know why, huh?
Say something. Something.
I can hear you, but for some reason, I don't know.
Tell her say something now. Hold
Say
on.
something now. I can hear you, but
Something
for some
now.
reason, I don't know. She's even lower now. Say something now.
I turned my mic all the way up.
She said something now.
She
Hold
went
on.
up a minute ago. She went up.
Hold up. I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna mute.
Ask the chat, is Leilani as loud as we are? Because it may just be us. Ask the chat. Is Leilani as loud as we are, guys? Say something. Leilani. Can you hear?
Y'all hear me the same as y'all can hear DC and Lisa?
Because I can't hear her.
Shamita said yes.
So it's just me. But that's fine. I can hear her. As long as the chat can hear, I'm fine.
They say yes.
Okay, as long as the chat can hear, because I can hear enough. I can hear it over here. But it's low. It's really super low, but I can still hear. Technical difficulties, my bad. Oh, that's fine. That's all I'm worried about. So yes, my lovely. Subject tonight is, can you date a former sex worker? And we can push that up a little bit. Can you date one that is a sex worker now? Now, when I say sex worker, I'm not just talking about prostitute. I'm not just talking about somebody who sells actual sex for money. I'm talking about anything to where another person can derive sexual pleasure from what you do and you get paid for it. Foot fetishes, ASMR. People derive sexual pleasure from ASMR. And if you do it for the benefit of somebody who is paying you because they get sexual pleasure, sorry to tell y'all, that's sex working. That's one of the reasons I really wasn't up on doing ASMR, because any ASMR people, if that is what that floats their boat, they can use it. So that's why I don't do ASMR. Now, I don't knock anybody who does it, and there's nothing wrong with doing it. However, I know it's some freaky people out there. And I just prefer not, that's just me. Now, that's also 54-year-old me. Now, 23-year-old me, 24-year-old me, 34-year-old me, hell, 44-year-old me probably would have made a little money gone chewing the shit out of some pimples. I've been on there. What you want to hear today? I don't even eat corn. You want to hear some corn? What? I'm serious. I mean, it just, as you get older, things change. I don't particularly, that's just not, I wouldn't sex work now. Had I had a stripper body back in the day, your girl might have been on the pole, because shoot. Stripping is lucrative. I wasn't really the sex part about, I don't think I could have been a real prostitute, because you got to be able to have sex with anybody. Just about anybody. And I had certain things. The way your teeth are in your mouth would turn me off. You can't be sweaty. Too much hair. I had a big list. I don't know if I could have got over the list. I would have just been beat up and killed by the pimp like first couple days. I think I would. I don't think I would have been a good prostitute. I had too many. I mean, sex is cool and I like it. It's fun and I like doing it. But I don't. I mean, I want to do it with who I want to do it with. I don't want to have to do it because I'm getting paid. So
Strawberry Kisses says that's her.
yeah, I got too many lists. I got too much. My list too long. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on. Okay, yeah, here we go. Yeah, yeah. So sex working is not just a prostitute. So let's get that. Let's get that because, and they say they say that prostitution is the oldest profession because if you think about it, time immemorial, the one thing that someone wants more than anything, and all right, here we go. Definitely turns me all the way off. Yeah, I get turned off. Yeah, I get turned off. Yeah. Burping? That's nasty. I mean, burping around your partner is one thing, but like people want to hear burping.
Yeah, people love hearing people burp on YouTube.
Oh
They're
yeah,
like, "Oh, please burp."
that's nasty.
It's
I
like,
mean, that's
why?
nasty when it comes to sex. I mean, it's okay. It's one thing if you would like me and DC been together. We known each other 10 years. We've been together for almost 8 years. So if I burp in the middle of us doing something, that's different. We just bust out laughing. It didn't add anything to what we was doing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No. No. No burp. No. No burping. No. No. Thank you. No. Thank you. I appreciate it and all, but no. Thank you. No. Thank you. No burping for me. Appreciate it. Hey, Ludon. My burp smell like dog. I don't smell like chili dogs. Y'all stupid. All right. So I'm going to just start. And since the bomb squad has my back in all things, I am going to let y'all tell folks what we talking about if they don't understand. All right. So the question was, so this particular topic came to me by way of my son-in-law. He said, could I date someone who used to be a prostitute? He said prostitute. I said sex worker because there is so much, there is such a negative connotation when it comes to prostitutes that people can't get over. People have a stereotype of what a prostitute looks like. It is a drugged out, uh, hooker trying to feed a habit. When I'm sure that is a lot of prostitutes, but I mean, you got people, if all you have is your body to sell to get to the next day, to get food, then, so who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? But here's the thing. So that was his thing. And so the answer for Charles is no. The answer for DC is no. My answer is depends upon the person, which it should be everyone's answer, because here's why. So you dated, so you, single, male or female. This is not a gender specified situation. This is the person situation. So how are you going to judge somebody when you had your whole face? If you have the exact same body count, and when I say body count, I mean the amount of people you've had sex with as the sex worker that you won't date because they used to be a prostitute, they used to be a stripper, they used to be whatever. How you gonna judge them? If you had sex with the same amount of people, think about it. You had free sex. You had your whole phase when you had a different person every night. Some people you didn't know their name. Woke up next to somebody you don't remember going to sleep with. But because you didn't charge them money, you feel like you're on this high horse, that's higher. Where's my camera? There's my camera. Never know where my camera is, y'all. After all this time, you'll think I would. You had the exact same amount of sexual partners as this person. Or a stripper who's never had sex for money, just got naked for money. Or a girl or a cam girl that has never had actual physical sex with another person, but did it online. Or a pinup model who, I don't know, do they still have Playboy, Leilani? They still have Playboy and Hustling Us, naked magazines. I don't even
I
know.
think so.
Do they still have
I think so. I haven't been into one of them old truck stops in a long time to see that rack though, so I'm not sure, but I
Hold on,
think
I
they
got a
do.
phone. I'm about to see, do they still have Playboys and Hustlers? But how, okay, see, that's what I'm asking. Think about it. Think about it. You're going to judge this man or woman because of their sexual past. What's the difference between you having sex with random people for free and them having sex with random people for money? Leilani, while I'm looking, answer that. I mean, and you ain't got to agree with me. Here's the thing. This is one of those things where you can't straddle that fence. You got to have a side. I'm not going to not date you because you used to be a hooker. I'm going to not date you for the person you are today. Not for what you did back in the day, to make sure that you got to be the old person that you are now. Think about it. Think about it. Come on, man. We watch Maury. Y'all act like I'm the only one. I'm not the only one. Y'all see all these women on there my age coming on here with their church lady hairdos and their kitten heels and their Sunday go to meeting suit on, bringing the fifth dude for their child. Everybody had a whole phase. Some people got, some people got paid for it. Some people didn't. Who are you to judge? Judge the person. To me, judge the person now. That's just like I would not date somebody who's been in jail before. Depending upon why they was in jail. If you were in jail for killing your wife or your girlfriend, I probably would not date you because you got anger issues. And when you get mad with me, and I know my mouth, you have a tendency to take it out in a physical way. So that is somebody I would not date. What I look like dating somebody who used to be a drug dealer, but I'm supposed to be right now. What I look like?
Okay, so I'm gonna say this without being too specific. I have sex workers in my family.
Okay.
And I'm not talking about young ones. I'm talking about older people who I looked up to who were, in my grandmother's generation, that I know their story.
Right.
So, by the time I came along, these are married women that now have children, but you know what I'm saying? So I couldn't be with a current sex worker, but I can't say I'd be like no to someone who was before.
All right. What if you found out later on that the van used to be a male stripper?
I don't care.
If he used to be a gigolo?
I don't care.
All right. See, that's what I'm saying. People, as soon as you ask people that question, first thing that pops out of their mind is, I would never date somebody who used to be a prostitute. You used to be a hoe? That's what kills me. That's what kills me. I'd never date. I wouldn't date a stripper now. Why not? You wouldn't date a stripper now because she don't need you. Not because you don't want to date a stripper, but you couldn't date a stripper. You wouldn't date a stripper now because you can't control her with money and things. Because she can go buy her own money and she can get her own money and buy her own things. You wouldn't date a stripper now because stripper don't need you. You don't need Captain Safe House. I would never, with men looking at my woman in that way. I never understood that either. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe because I think that the person you date should look good if they want to look good. If DC goes out of here and her go get them clothes all the time, I'm good with that because my baby look good when she go out. She feel good when she go out. Go on out, do your thing, do your thing, girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm naked. I'm a naked person. When I have the body to be naked, she didn't catch me in naked body. She caught me in tight clothes, big booty body. So that's what she get. All my dresses are tight. Now she will walk behind me and go, "Hey, what?" But she ain't gonna tell me what I gotta wear. So why wouldn't you date a stripper? Hold on. Let me look down. I'm like, Randy, it's a no for me. Why, Shamita?
Now, she was saying no to the burping and the farting.
Oh, that's how far back I am?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hold on. Okay. So, chat. I want to put charts. My charts. Who would date? Who of us has a past? Everybody. If you're grown, you have a past. You have done things that you don't want anybody to know about. You have gotten into situations that you knew you shouldn't have got into, but at the time you needed something from that person. Just because your job description wasn't prostitute or stripper or phone sex, because you remember back in the day, what was it? $5 a minute? How much was it? Leilani? What was it?
$5.99.
$5.99 and $9.99. I guess depending upon what you was talking about. Phone sex workers. Porn. I don't know if I date a porn star.
We have a YouTuber that she's passed now, but she was a phone sex worker.
But it's porn different. I didn't even think about porn. I don't know why I didn't think about porn, because I watch porn. Porn is funny to me because it's not real. I mean, they really having sex, but that's not how real people have sex. That's how people on TV have sex. Much like regular TV is a caricature of the regular world. Politicians' skeletons aren't even in their closet. They just go to work for them. I have never seen a set of people who has more issues with sexuality and be nasty at the same time as politicians. Anyway, what about a porn? You know what? In all of this, I did not think about.
Still gets Hustler in the mail, so they still got magazines.
What you say?
Strawberry Kisses gets Hustler magazine in the mail, so yes, they still got magazines.
Oh, yeah, I don't give a shit if somebody see. I really don't care. Somebody, if she wanted, if DC wanted to do a spread in Playboy, I'll be all right. You get paid? All righty then.
I'm still irritated with the fact that they took away Vanessa Williams' crown because she had done a magazine. And
nobody cared. But you know, that was back in the day. That was back in the day when they were still trying to get Two Live Crew and Uncle Luke in the band. So you know how it goes.
They need to give it back. Give her a crown back, damn it.
She should have a crown back. But she went out. My thing is, she rose above her situation. Kim Kardashian made a whole career out of being a used-to-be porn star.
Yep.
But here's the question. I don't know. Could you date a porn? Could you date somebody who does porn for a living?
For me, it would still have to be past tense.
Yeah, I think I could date a used to porn. I don't think I could date a still porning. I don't think I could date anybody that's still doing active sex work for money. But I could date somebody who used to do all that. I'm not dating anybody, but I don't see myself dissing somebody because of what they used to do back in the day. Because see, I wouldn't date if I was single, I wouldn't date anybody under 50 years old. I just wouldn't. That's just me personally. I have dated younger, I don't really date older, too far older, because I don't like folks to treat me like I'm their child, because I get attitude problem really, really quick. Super duper quick. But I have dated younger, and as I've gotten older, I realize you should really close that gap up, because the differences are exponential nowadays, because the world changes so quickly. What a 40-year-old, I'm still 14 years older than them, and their situation is different than mine. Hell, a couple of years ago, we could go outside without a mask on. So even a 50-year-old.
Ron Isley like younger women.
They should be next to let me tell you something, and this is not popular, and everybody gonna be like, no. Let me tell you something. Every old ass man that dates somebody 21 or 18 because she legal, trust me, he was dating her before she got legal. All these granddaddies and great granddaddies and hell daddy dating these I just got legal girls was looking at them when they wasn't legal.
Mm-hmm.
So a whole bunch of people should have lined up and got on the jail bus with R. Kelly. And if he got, from what I understand, if he got anything to do about it, they will be lining up behind it. But I digress. But he sure did, and that's just nasty. I don't like it. I that's just a personal thing. I couldn't date somebody that much younger than me. I would feel some kind of way. I would feel some kind of way if I'm dating somebody that I am technically old enough to be their grandmama, which means I was looking at you when you was a kid. I couldn't do that. That's just me. That's me. That's a personal thing. I couldn't date somebody that much younger than me. Like I said, I think the most I could go is like 4 or 5 years. That's the most I could go. I would think I would have to have, you'd have to have a 5 in the front to deal with me now. Yeah. Because once you get to a certain age, you really don't give a shit. You stop trying to hide stuff. You stop trying to be cute. Your representative don't even come up no more. Your representative don't even show up no more. You just come to the party how you come to the party after so long. And then you start talking to them like they kids. Baby, what is that you listening to? I don't want to hear that. Now, that's just me, personally. Woody Allen was a pervert. Hugh Hefner was a pervert. All these older men with money, who the only reason they were getting women is because they had money. Got the youngest woman they could get legally. But I promise you they was looking at them before they was legal. Understand what I'm saying? That's
Don't
just
leave out
like,
Elvis.
huh?
Don't leave out Elvis.
Yes, Elvis. She was what, 14?
Mm-hmm.
She was 14. Jerry Lee Lewis, she was 12. So yes, that's an entirely different conversation. That is the conversation of how women and young girls are used for the pleasure and enjoyment of men, regardless of what the young girls and young women feel or want. That's an entirely different. That'll probably be next real talk when I talk about why women are scared of men. And why, oh no, women ain't got no reason to be scared of them. The reality is, if you tell the wrong person no, you could end up dead. Just because she said no to you. That is another one. We're not going there. We're going to keep this
it
light
was
and
just a
fluffy.
whole lot talking about he was going to send her to school and they
Say
stayed
what?
in separate houses. All lies.
Say what?
Talking about Elvis.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, she was 14.
And that's when she moved in with him. She was 14, but he met her 2 years before that.
Yeah. So, I don't know. Either way, and then her parents were cool with it.
Well, her parents pretended to believe the lie. He was gonna get her a good American education.
Let me tell you something. No, they didn't. They didn't believe no fucking lie. That's the lie parents tell. They didn't believe no lie. They knew that that grown ass man wanted their little girl to be grown to do grown ass stuff, and they gave their little girl to him. I'm sorry. I am sorry. I am sorry. I don't want to talk. I mean, no, 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 no. Nick is a 16-year-old young man, and he still can't know, I want to take your child and make them a star. I got big plans for your son. This, and the third. You can't come up in my house
Celine
and take my
Dion
baby
and
talking no
Renee.
crazy
That's
shit.
another one.
Because
Celine Dion and
I'm going
Renee.
to allow you to sexualize and have my baby in situations he ain't supposed to be in, or I'm going to be his mama and tell him he's going to school and you can carry your ass home before you be in the backyard. It ain't but two ways out of that. You either giving your kid to somebody or you're not. And I'm talking about all parents. I'm going to tell y'all somebody, and then I'm going to finish talking about this. I'm going to tell y'all somebody I have much respect for. Brandy's mom. And hear me out. Brandy was a kid. Brandy was a kid when she was supposed to be a kid. She was a teenager when she was supposed to be a teenager. She was a young adult when she was supposed to be a young adult. And she was grown when she was grown. Her mama was there from beginning to end. She dressed like a little girl. She sang little girl song. She did little girl shit until she was older, and she did older people stuff. She was appropriate from beginning to end. I have much respect for Brandy and Ray J mama. Because you weren't about to scoop her up and pull her out somewhere later on. A mess. Hey, what is you doing? Just flicking. Just flicking. All right, back to what we were talking. All right. So, yeah. The parents did, yep. All right, back to what we were talking. All right, chat, y'all ain't helping me. Y'all supposed to help me. Y'all know mine. I deal with the person you are now. What you used to be and who you used to do, that ain't got nothing to do with me. That's not my business. How you used to pay your bills and how you used to feed your family, that's on you. Got nothing to do with me. Who you are now is the person I got to deal with. Because think about it. Excuse me, y'all. Because think about it. And I say one more thing. If your body count, if the number of people that you've had sex with rivals that of somebody who used to get paid to have sex, please don't ever talk about somebody and their sex and what they used to be. Just be quiet. Because at least they could say I was getting paid. You can just free willing in it. Yo, somebody say something. Hold on. Thank you. This hole was killing me. Hey, Doug. Hey, y'all.
What's up, everybody?
But yes. All right, so baby gonna answer because she has a different view.
Hell no.
There you go. I turned off my thing. So now you can.
No, you can leave it on.
No, because I got backwash.
No.
Nope, that's not backwash.
You good. I turned the volume down, so you're good.
Lisa is actually louder like this.
I don't hear nothing.
I can hear Lisa better right now.
Say what?
I can hear you better right now with your mic off.
Oh, shoot. Let me keep my mic off then. Go ahead, baby. Tell them.
Tell them what?
Tell them your thoughts. They know mine.
My thoughts on dating somebody from
that used to be.
That used to be?
Used to be, not is.
Okay.
Used to be.
See, my thing is, you used to be a stripper, or you used to be whatever that got to do with, like, what's that, prostitution, just sex worker, any kind of thing. No, I couldn't do it because I don't know why I couldn't do it. See, from my perspective, I couldn't do it because, see, now I'm about to get personal.
Why you couldn't do it, baby?
Because I be thinking, my thought process. Huh?
About what?
If they used to be a stripper or any type of sex thing, they done been around a lot of people. Okay. So a lot of stuff be in them, around them. If my thought process ain't gonna let me do it, it's not gonna happen.
But again, I'm gonna ask you, like I said to the chat,
Huh?
if the amount of people, okay, the person that you're thinking about dating,
Yeah.
used to be whatever,
Yeah.
and the amount of people that she had sex with,
Mm.
and that you had sex with, are the same.
With the same amount of people?
The same amount of people. I said body count. When I say body count, I mean the amount of people that you have had sex with.
No, but see, think of no, because if that's their occupation, let's say that. If that's their occupation, trust and believe they had more than 7 people.
You ain't been with this.
DC lying. She lying, y'all. She lying.
I believe she ain't been with 7 people in one night.
DC, my back hurt. You can't make me laugh like that.
See.
Oh God.
You know how bad I gotta be with your wife laughing?
Ouch.
7 people.
7 people in 1 week.
One night.
Oh gosh.
Yeah. Okay, hold on.
I might back on. She said, I'm not calling my wife a hoe by any stretch of the imagination.
Wow.
I'm not calling her a hoe by any stretch of the imagination. However, I am realistic. We started dating in our 40s.
Okay.
So she's had 7 real girlfriends.
Okay.
That I said people you had sex with. I didn't say your girlfriend. Maybe that's what she heard. Let me say it for everybody. Baby.
Yep.
The amount of people you've had sex with is the same as the amount of people that the ex-sex worker has had sex with. So how can you not date her because of the amount of people she's been with? Because that's the only thing you can.
Because see, think about it. That's her occupation.
But she was getting paid. You was giving it up for free.
But that's not my occupation. So
she was giving it away.
She got more than I got.
No, she got the same. What if her occupation was being a sugar baby? And she had one man. She was a sugar baby for 20 years to that one man.
Put yours on mute.
Right, she was a sugar baby. She had one man and she was a sugar baby for 20 years with that one man.
Okay.
So how is that more than what you had?
Because see, if it's her occupation,
but she only had one job.
But her job was a lot of
her job was one dude.
Her job was one person.
Mr. Big. That was it. Just him. Just Big Daddy. Big Papa.
Oh no.
Just him.
So your problem is not the amount of people they've been with. Your problem is the fact that they had your problem is the fact they got paid. Your problem is not the number of people. Because I said if the sex worker has the exact amount of people that you've had sex with, you as a general term, I'm just looking at you because we're talking, having this discussion. Your problem is not the fact that they had a lot of sex. Your problem is the fact they got paid. But wouldn't it be better if you out there having all this sex and at least get a light bill paid or something?
I need to go back then. I didn't know the rules and regulations, my baby.
And if you ever slept with somebody to get your light bill paid, if you ever slept with somebody to pay your car note, if you ever slept with somebody to pay your rent, would that make you?
That's a hoe.
Well, what's the difference between a hoe and a prostitute?
I ain't no hoe.
DC gave them money.
Huh?
DC gave them money.
I ain't get. Oh yeah, you right.
I love it when they call me Big Papa. Look, you was the sugar, but you was the sugar dad. Hey, sugar dad.
I just need to go get all them, get my money back. Push your mic, baby.
Okay, but here's the thing. So, okay. But no, again, that's still your problem is the fact they used to get paid.
No.
Is that the problem? Is that the problem?
Well, the
Can
problem
you
is
date somebody who used to be a hoe? Forget that. Can you date if you okay?
Let's go, y'all.
Okay. So let's take the money out the equation.
It had nothing to do with the money though, for real.
So that means you couldn't date a woman who just had as many sexual partners as you.
Nah, because see, I don't know what they toting.
Shut up, you know. I don't know what they told him. Chauvinistic. Oh, don't know what they told him. What is that?
I don't know.
That. So here's my question. See, I don't even know what to say. I don't know what to say. Leilani, I don't know what to say. I am at a loss for words. She has broke me.
Okay, how about this?
I'm broken.
That what they did was ASMR.
Okay.
They sucked on popsicles and lollipops every day for 20 years. That's all it did. No people touched them. We can't hear.
That's still nasty to me.
Oh Lord.
And my eyesight, that's nasty.
So you was raised up.
I just can't. Wait a minute, time out. What Leilani just said, from my perspective, that's nasty to me.
So you couldn't date strippers?
They just eating.
Nah, I'm good.
You couldn't date strippers?
Nah. I've done it for a second.
You couldn't date somebody who take pictures of their feet, put it on the internet?
Yeah, what if they a toe fetish model?
They what?
A toe fetish model.
Put it on the internet.
Wait a minute, both of y'all talking at the same time.
No, I said it.
What you
They
said?
take pictures of their feet. Toe fetish. They got a foot fetish. They take pictures of their feet. They take videos of their feet and put it on the internet.
I mean, that's something. I mean, that's something different.
It's not.
They not.
Why is that different than sucking on a popsicle?
Why they not touching on nothing either?
I mean, I'm fine with that.
No, you wasn't. You just said that was nasty.
No, the thing what she said was nasty.
They're on TV. ASMR. They're doing their ASMR, sucking on a popsicle, eating a pickle, making juicy noises. Never touch nobody, but people are paying them because they get sexual gratification.
That's different.
How is it different? People get sexual gratification from looking at the feet.
See, it's a difference between interaction, as far as flesh on flesh.
Ain't
no flesh on flesh. She eating a pickle.
The only flesh touching.
Leilani, she eating a pickle.
The only flesh touching actually is.
See, that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at when it comes to the strippers and the prostitutes. I can't. There's no way in the world I can date a former anybody that did that in their lifetime. It would never work. Because my mind, because my mind won't allow me to,
So what about one of them burlesque people like they do in Vegas where they just be on stage?
Nobody touches them. They just do the fan dancing.
We don't have no sound.
Hey, y'all. Now you gotta understand. Let me give y'all a little backstory. My wife is raised Roman Catholic, Catholic school, Catholic church, all at the house, pray all the time. So that's how she was raised. Does it have to do with how you were raised? What? Your belief system. In this particular situation, in sexuality, okay. Come on, sit down. Oh, I know. Is now I'm asking my wife, but anybody in the chat can answer. Is the fact that you grew up in a very strict household and a very religiously strict household, do you think that that affects the way that you look at sexual interactions now?
Excuse me.
So when you grew up, what was your birds and the bees talk? Or did y'all have one?
I don't remember that, but it's just the point. My belief, like right now, not even now, but back then, it's just the whole concept. If a person, that's what their job was, my mind ain't gonna allow me to be real with them. Like, you know.
But if you were somebody who wasn't a job, they were just promiscuous when they were young. They was having sex like you was.
On a regular like that?
Yeah.
I mean, that was their job.
Yep. Was it your job?
No, it wasn't my job, but still.
Okay, but that double standard is blowing me because it's getting me stuck on you. If
why you on me though?
Because that's messing me up. Because I'm like,
so you trying to tell me, was you a stripper? Or I should have.
I told you I would have been. Let me look in the camera. Let me find it. Let me hit that eye to eye. I had my son when I was 37. Y'all see all the numbers? 37. So from the time I started having sex to the time I got married, I had sex with who and when I wanted to. Okay. Now, I may not have had sex. Now, I would go years without having it just because I didn't like people. I ain't trying to be funny. Once I started working in the restaurant business, I started hating people. I really did. When I was in college, I went 2-3 years without having sex. But when I wanted to have it, I had it with who I wanted to have it with.
That's different. It's not like
that is exactly the same.
Let me talk. It's not like when you, all right, let's hear me out. You got people, that's their job. That's what they do to make their money, right? Okay. So when we as regular people with regular jobs, we pick and choose or whatever, versus a person that's their job and they out there randomly having sex interaction with people they really don't know. You know what I'm saying?
What I mean?
Like you got prostitute on the streets just running car to car, to door to door, to whatever. We wasn't actually just going out there, you know.
Have you ever met a girl at the club and had sex with her the same night?
No.
Have you ever had sex with somebody one time?
No.
So you mean you ain't never had a one night stand?
Seriously, I was really picky. On a serious note, I just couldn't. My mind just never let me just go.
So
slam boom.
I see what you did. You made everybody for you to sex had to be associated with a relationship. So even if it wasn't a girlfriend boyfriend type relationship, it was still a relationship in your eyes. Even if the relationship wasn't a long lasting one, you had to make it a relationship. But realistically, having sex with somebody you don't see a future with, it's just like having sex with somebody the first night and having sex with somebody you ain't never had sex again. Because making it a relationship in your mind to justify having sex, that's how you were raised. I mean, that's how I was raised. That's just it sounds better to say that it sounds better when you're talking to say I've never had a one night stand. I've never just slept with somebody one time. And I would be like,
why your face?
Because I'll be lying. Because I'm gonna tell you something. When you're growing up and you're sexualized from a young age, because I was, and I've said that before. I got boobs and butt in the 7th grade. I was 11. And I didn't have sex when I was 11, but people started looking at me differently. And like I said, I was looking for something and I didn't know what the hell I was looking for. Maybe and I thought that if somebody wanted to, at the time, if somebody wanted to have sex with me, nobody explained to me. That's why I talked to Nick. That's why I talked to y'all, because nobody seriously explained to me the what sex does. Nobody explained to me that I thought sex meant you cared. And that's what a lot of women are. A lot of women, a lot of people, not just women, but a lot of people grew up thinking, because nobody ever told them the actuality of sex. They told them the fantasy of sex, how you only supposed to have sex with somebody you care about when you get married. They didn't tell them the actuality of sex. They didn't tell them that your hormones and your body is going to want, you're going to want to have sex. You're going to be sexually attracted to whoever you're sexually attracted to, male or female, gay or straight. They didn't tell you that your hormones kick in and you're going to want to hunch everybody. They didn't tell you. They tell you women, they tell you that women reach their sexual peak in their mid-30s. They don't tell women that they reach their sexual peak like a 16-year-old boy in their mid-30s. And if you don't have a steady partner, you will have sex. You will find somebody to have sex with on a regular basis. They don't tell you the reality and the actuality of sex. So a lot of people grow up thinking, equating sex with love. And I did. I ain't gonna lie, I did. But when I grew out of it, I grew out of it. And I realized I ain't gonna do nothing I ain't gonna do. And I don't have to do nothing with nobody. And that's why I don't, that's why my thing about, hold on, that could play a factor. But that's when the Bernie Mac show got an OnlyFans. She takes bikini photos. Hey, if you got the body to be naked, be naked. But I think how we were raised is how we would look at this situation. Some of us grow up and grow out of how we were raised about certain things. Because think about it. Your parents that were born in the 20s and the 30s, that's when our parents would have been born in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. They have a different mindset. They have a different thought process. They have a different upbringing. So women were supposed to stay at home, take care of the kids, and just have one man her whole life. Men didn't have that. But they still told their daughters that. They didn't explain to their daughters why I don't want you to do this, why you shouldn't do that. They pat their sons on the back when they hoish. That's my boy. He got all the sex. And that's why so many pimps could get so many hoes, because girls were easily swayed by a man who came talking to them with that slick pimp talk, who came showing them what they weren't getting. In the beginning, ask a pimp will tell you, in the beginning, they the sweetest, most wonderfulest, most beautifulest man that ever walked the face of the earth. And you are the only woman in the world for the first couple of days. And once you in love with him, or pimp, madam, whatever. I say pimp, because you can have a female pimp who do the same thing as a dude. You have a female pimp. A madam is a little different. It's a little bit different. You can have a madam or a mister. I don't know what the. Hey, hold on, because my dog is super loud. Super duper loud. Leilani, what's a male madam called? Because I don't think that's a pimp. Because madams don't do like pimps do. You know what I'm talking about? Leilani.
I'm trying to think. What would they be called?
What would they be called? Because a madam is different than a pimp. And you can have female pimps. You can have females that run prostitutes like a pimp. But you can also have males that run prostitutes like a madam. So I don't know.
Would it be a lord?
Or a mister? Or master? Would it be master?
Master?
I don't know. I have another phone
A
now. I'm about
madam.
to Google it. However, back in the day, I don't know if anybody remembers this show. It was on HBO. It was called Pimps Up, Hoes Down. And that's where the world was introduced to Bishop, Magic, Don Juan, and all the other pimps out there. The hoes really didn't do a whole lot of talking. The bottom bitches did a lot of talking, but just the normal prostitutes, they didn't do a lot of talking. But the pimps did a lot of talking, and they told a lot of pimp secrets. And the pimps will tell you. Hold on, somebody wrote that. Oh, brothel keeper. That's it. Okay. But see, a madam doesn't do what a pimp does. A procure colloquially called a pimp and male or a madam and female. Okay, okay. Brothel keeper is an agent of prostitute. Okay, all right. Thank you for that. But a pimp is more of a street person. So that's why I said a pimp can be a male or a female. Because on Pimps Up, Hoes Down, they had a female pimp. And that's what they called her. I forget what they called her, but they called her a pimp. They didn't call her a madam. Because the dude that's in Vegas, I think he died. But I don't think they called him a pimp either. The one that owned the Bunny Ranch, was he called a pimp?
The chicken ranch.
What was he called? Because he ran hoes, but he didn't run them. He had the Bunny Ranch. So he was probably a brothel keeper. But anyway, I digress. Have I ever heard of Cat House? Yeah. My mom had me watch You Said You're Not Gonna Be No Dummy. Yes. I watched every episode of Pimps Up, Hoes Down. I wish I could find it because it was funny in some places, but it was super sad for the most part. And they would Pimps Up, Hoes Down. And they would tell you how they would get the women. And they would tell you, I pimp your mama, your sister. I can get anybody to be a prostitute. I can make anybody a hoe. That's every pimp on that show. Not one miss said, I can make everybody a hoe. And I'm sure that everybody at home was going, not me, not me, not me. What? They don't make you a hoe by just, not now. The way they do it now, they do it more with sex trafficking. They do it an entirely different way. They just kidnap the girl. They just straight up illegal from beginning to end. But these would cultivate you. Pimps would cultivate you. If you were new. If you were an old hoe, you would get chosen. That's what they call it. When the rappers talk about choosing, they talking that's when a prostitute chooses another pimp. You get chosen. But they would cultivate new prostitutes, girls that weren't prostitutes yet, young girls. They would make her feel like she's the only girl in the world. But think about it. How many of us have had some guy that just wanted to have sex with us do the exact same thing? How many guys have had some girl that they thought was out of their league that just wanted to have sex with them for whatever reason, made them feel like they were the biggest man on campus, and then all of a sudden after that didn't answer your phone call? It's the same thing. If you're having sex with the same amount of people for free that this person is getting paid for, what's the difference? And are we destined to pay for our past forever? If you were a prostitute in your late teens and early 20s and you 55 now and you're not, and you got a regular job and kids and grandkids, should that negate? Jax, you better not be over here peeing. I'm sorry. He has an extra place. Come here. So, does what you did back in the day negate all that you've done? That's another question. A lot of older family where pimps not happy to say, hold on. If anybody know, the reason I can't read what you're saying is because it's a little dark. Okay, here we go. A lot of older men in my family were pimps not happy to say, but hey, well, somebody had to have a job. So, like I said, could you date? Okay. Could you date a used to be pimp? Could you date a used to pimp? I mean, not everybody who works in the sex trade is working there because they want to be a pimp or a hoe, because they want to be a stripper. They're doing that because right now they can make money doing that to survive. So my question is, if you are no longer a pimp and you have gotten a job, had kids, lived a pimp-free life for 20, 30 years, should the fact that you used to be a pimp when you was young affect how you date or who loves you now? Leilani, could you date somebody that used to be a pimp?
No, because I think that mentality would still be what it was, and I don't take orders well.
Okay. Okay. But what if he ain't been like that no more? You know him. Some dude. What if you find out? And again, I don't know. Man's not a pimp, but you now know him. If you found out that he used to be a pimp back in the day, would you break up with him?
If I started seeing the pimpish attitude, where you going, what you do, I would. It's about the mentality. Because
Okay, that's what I'm saying. What
I'm
I'm
gonna
saying
tell
is
you
you
what to
know
do.
him, because most people, not trying to be funny, most people don't start the dating conversation with "I used to be a prostitute." That's just not the first thing you say. I used to be a pimp back in the day. I ran them hoes. That's I used to get butt naked. Think about it. Now think about it. Now think about how old we are. Now, I would like to direct your attention to 2 videos. Pussy popping on a handstand and tip drill. Could you date them girls from the videos? Now, those weren't prostitutes. Those at the time, I guess you call them video vixens. Girls that danced in videos. I'm not even talking about the real strippers. Could you date the video vixens who was half butt naked, getting credit card swiped through their ass, having all kind of dude rubbing on their booty? Could you date old video vixens? Baby. Why not? She wasn't a prostitute. She just was in videos back in the day when the rap videos was all about ass and champagne. Oh, he just said, hell no. No, oh, okay. So you couldn't date. So for the chat, how many of this is something that you grew up, or is it something you grew into? It's one thing to be raised in a very strict, puritanical, no sex upbringing. Or is this something that you just who you are, basically? Babe? No, baby, you're not listening to me. That's not what I asked. The question was, is this more something you grew into being, or is this how you were raised? Does it affect your present, or is the present what you grew to be? It has nothing to do how you were raised. It's just how you are now. Baby, that's them the same. Dilla,
Oh
them together.
man. It's just who I was. I mean, when I was growing up, I wasn't even in the dating scene like that. So as I got older,
I was a stripper and never went. Hey, let me tell y'all something. Let me get back in the camera. Tell you again. If I didn't have these 4 back rows, trust me when I tell you, I would have been pussy popping on a handstand. Well, I couldn't do no handstand because I had these 42 G's that would have just bust me in my eye. But I would have been throwing them in a circle.
going in the circle.
Shit, throw that ass in a circle. I still don't think I could have did the prostitute thing. I don't know because I didn't. But I don't think I could have because of my list of what I don't like when we naked. That's just basically that's it. It has nothing to do with any puritanical standards. It has nothing to do with I think I'm too good to be a hoe. It's just I need to be able to say hell no.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, come on now. Why do you think that the girls get the ribs taken out and get the extra ass added in the big boobs? Why do you think they go get the $3,000-$4,000 weaves and look like a doll when they leave out the house? Now they do it. Now they do it so they look good. What they do is so that they don't have to buy that $13,000 purse. He'll buy it or she'll buy it. They do that so that the car they ride and the house they live in is paid for, not by them. Come on now. Come on. Let's be real. Let's be real. Marriage is legal prostitution. Come on now. Think about it. If you don't have sex with your spouse and they want it, how long are you going to be in that spouse? How long is that person going to pay your bills? How long is that person going to pay your car note? Come on now, think about it. Somebody told me this, and an old white lady told me this. Actually, she was saying the only difference between me and that hooker is the fact that I have to cook him dinner. I said, well, dang. Okay. All right. I never thought of it like that, but I guess so. Think about it. If you get dressed up and dolled up so you can get a man or a woman that got money, what does that mean? Somebody help me. Anybody help me? I wonder if the number of people so low in the chat is because people are feeling offended when I'm talking about their situation. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Like I said, what you used to do and who you used to be, I'm cool with that. If you survived and you made it, then I even got no respect for you because that can't be easy. The stigma attached with being a sex worker, it lasts. Listen to this chat. Listen to what we're talking about. The stigma attached with your job being related to sex in any way, it can last your entire life. So I have much respect for people who rise above the stigma to what's attached to what they used to do to get by, to what they used to do to survive. I have much respect for that because if you think that the only way you can feed yourself or your kids or your family is to do this, this, and the third, we'll do this, this, and the third. We don't look at people who sell drugs like that. How many people right now would they date a drug dealer, an old drug dealer, used to drug dealer, or used to drug? We don't sit up there and think about all the shit he had to do as a drug dealer. We don't think about all the ass he got instead of money for drugs. We don't think about none of that. Nope. He used to sell drugs. He don't now. That's all you think. I say he, but it could be a woman too. It was a lot of queens out there. It was a lot of drug queens, just like it was a lot of drug kings. We don't think about all the stuff. If you dated somebody who used to sell drugs, he don't know more. Anyway, he's listed as a pimp. Oh, okay. Okay. Not yet. Okay. Oh shit, I'm back. The difference between marriage and prostitution. I felt that a regular job. What was the question? All right, the question is, I wanted to cash. All right, I felt like that at a regular job. Yeah, the difference between marriage and prostitution. Oh, it's a big difference between marriage and prostitution, but it was just funny the way the lady said it. She'd been married for like the lady who told me that. I was waiting tables and we were just laughing and joking about prostitutes and stuff. I don't know why we was even talking about prostitutes. She said the only difference between me and prostitute baby is that I had to cook him dinner every night. I said, oh, okay. I was 19 and people kept saying get a job. So I thought about Players Club and said that. Oh, okay. Let me tell you something. People always tell you what to do. Get a job. Do this. Do that. Do this. Do that. Why? You do. Don't tell me what to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. See, that's the problem with people messing with grown folks. Now, if you was a child, then no, I don't want you stripping or hooking or prostituting, none of that. I don't want your ASMR and I don't want your sex talking. I don't want you to do anything. I don't want you to do any of that because sex sex can be attached to so much stuff, and so much of it is bad. When you attach sex to anything other than sex, love, and stuff like that, sex can, when you start attaching sex to anything else, that's when bad stuff come out. But when you're a kid, nah. But you're an adult, you grown, and you making a decision that I would rather eat from this money than starve. Okay. But like I said, when we date somebody, when we date somebody and we look at what they used to do, the only problem we have is people who used to be sexual. And anyway, think about it. If you find out that the girl that you're getting ready to marry used to be promiscuous when she was in high school, and now you can't marry her because she had a lot of sex back in the day, what does that got to do with the girl you was getting ready to marry? What does that have to do with the girl you fell in love with? What does that have to do? Now, I'm not talking about people, male and female, who still use sex as a weapon, as a coping mechanism, as a way to get by during the day, as a joke. I'm not talking about that. I'm not talking about 10 kids and 10 baby mamas. I'm not talking about 10 kids and 10 baby daddies. I'm not talking about people who use sex I'm not talking about sexual harassment. I'm not talking about people who use sex as a weapon or sex as anything. I'm talking about just regular, normal, we doing it sex. The connotations attached to sex are worse than killing somebody. Think about it. Think about it. You got somebody who's a pretty prostitute and somebody who went to jail for murder. Which one would you date, baby? If you could only choose one of them. One on went to jail for murder. One on went to jail for misdemeanor prostitute. One on went to jail because they killed somebody. Which one would you date?
The one that killed somebody.
I rest my case. Now you know that this person has no issue taking a life.
Oh well.
I need more information about the murder because you can have a car that can murder somebody.
Because this is true. I would tell you, you already know I ain't got no problem dating somebody who used to be a hoe or whatever. I ain't got no problem with that. However, if you kill somebody in a fight, that's one thing. If you killed your ex-girlfriend or your ex-wife, that's another thing. No, I would not date you. I'm not going to date the wife killer. I'm not going to date the rapist. I'm not going to date the wife beater. I'm not going to date. Now these are the things I will not date because you have a history of using violence in a relationship. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm not going to sit up here and tell you I won't take your life to save mine or somebody I love. That would be a lie. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that if you hurt, I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I am above revenge. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you, you hurt my family, you hurt my son, you hurt my daughter. I'm not going to sit up here and tell you that I'm above revenge. And that revenge may mean one of us don't come out alive. So I'm not going to sit up here and say that. However, I would want somebody to look at me sideways if I went to jail because I bust my wife upside the head with a frying pan on a regular occasion. Right. See, I turn them. Okay, it's my family. Wait a minute, hold on. I was 19 and people kept saying get a job, couldn't get hired, so I thought about Players Club and said, yeah, right, crazy. My own sister said in front of my family, girl almost died, but I was like, I'm grown, okay. Had me like, oh, but I'm not ashamed because, hey, let me tell you something. now that I am a parent, I realize that there was so much stuff that I wish that my parents had told me growing up that would have helped me. But they felt like because I was a child, I did not have the capacity to know the information and to use the information properly. So they felt like it would be better just to tell me, don't do it. No, stop. And when I asked why, because I said so. There is so much that I wish that I would have learned when I was a teenager that I learned when I was in my 20s and 30s. However, I still learned it. And that's when I realized you're going to learn every day of your life until you're no more. And if I'm going to learn something the day that I leave here. Even if I learn the angels are real. Even if I just learn that the light is real, I'm going to learn something leaving here. Because you learn something, as long as you learning, you're growing and moving forward. And that's why I don't think that you should take somebody's past unless they have not left it in the past. Now hear me. Just because somebody got a pass don't mean they left that shit they did in the past. They may be right now, have their 9 to 5, but on the weekends, still Reverend Dr. Deacon Pimp. On the weekend, still Reverend Dr. Sister Hope.
Why that shit sound familiar though?
What? I don't know. It was a DJ.
No, I'm talking about like right now.
Oh, I don't know nobody in particular. I ain't talking about nobody in particular. Anyway, okay. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, I really wasn't. See, what I had said was I wasn't talking about anybody in particular. However, I have come to realize that I was inadvertently talking about somebody in particular. But tell you something. Everybody, I'm gonna start breaking this down because we always at an hour and a half, and it's 10 o'clock. I don't think now. Hear me. I love my wife, and whatever her feelings, thoughts, and beliefs are, they're hers, and they're not wrong because your feelings, thoughts, and beliefs are not wrong. They're personal to you. So that's who she is. And see, when you love somebody and you love somebody unconditionally, you love all of them, regardless of whether or not you agree with it. I don't have to agree with everything she thinks or everything that she does, but I have to be there for her when she does. So that's all I got to do. So while I may not agree with that, because I don't think you should hold somebody's past if it's in the past against them, because I know I have done things that I'm not going to say I regret because I learned something from them. And if you learn something from something, if you've learned something from something, then you shouldn't regret it. But I do have things that I think I wouldn't. I don't know whether I do have things that I might have been better off if that didn't happen to me. But they did, and I can't change it. So that I can just use that information, that knowledge to help somebody else. So that's why I did this. Because I don't think, and that's why I have the thoughts that I have, because I have a past. I have a way back. I have a used to be. I have a what I used to do. And everybody does. So I can't judge somebody by who they used to be, by the things they used to do. I can only judge you by what you're doing right now in front of me to me. So no. If it turned out, if she come in here after we get off live and say, baby, I used to be a prostitute, well, okay. I don't even think I'd be mad she wouldn't tell me because it wasn't my business. That was not my business to know. I was never a customer of hers. She ain't never steal my money. She ain't never do nothing to me. So I didn't need to know about her old wholeness. I didn't need to know that. I don't even think I'd have been mad. I'd have bust out laughing. You would be all, what? Tell me about it. Because I learned, understand, I learned again when I wanted to know about men, I talked to a man. When I wanted to learn about dominant lesbians, that's who I talked to. I didn't talk to somebody like me because I can't tell you about their experience. So if I wanted to know about how a prostitute or somebody who used to be, I would talk to somebody who used to be, not somebody who used to be an old hoe. It's a whole bunch of old hoes. That's why you keep seeing all them old ass perms and little ass dresses on more in them, because all these babies is coming back to roots that you was doing when you was nasty my age. But I digress again. What somebody used to be and what they are now, sometimes that may be two different things. Sometimes it might not be. But you should judge a person by the person they are now and not what they used to be. Because you have people that used to be a lot of things, but that's not the person you're dealing with now. That being said, if you can't date somebody who used to be a sex worker, that is your prerogative. It is not wrong. In my opinion, it's not right. Excuse me. It's just an opinion. And we should be able to have those things and have these discussions and talk like this so that people will understand that the world is made up of everything, good and bad, old and new, used to be and what I am today. So that's it, y'all. Don't judge nobody, because the same eyeball that you using to judge somebody with, can you withstand it if somebody uses it on you? Think about it. Can you withstand the scrutiny that you give to somebody? And if you can't, you might want to start rethinking how you think about stuff. If you can't hold yourself, if you can't cover the ground you walk on when somebody look at you like you look at them, you might be looking at them. So make sure you hit them comments down below. You know how it is. Comment whatever you want to comment. You can comment on this video. You can comment on if you date a hoe you won't date. You know what I'm saying? Anything, just comment. Share this video. Because why not? Maybe somebody else wants to talk about it. Maybe somebody else is on the fence. Maybe somebody has an old hoe in their life and don't know whether they should stay or go. So share this video. Comment. Like this video. If you haven't already liked this video for me, go ahead and like this video. If you're watching in the replay, I want to thank you for liking. Like, comment, share. If you should happen to come across this video and you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe to us. And hit that notification bell so that every time we drop a video or go live, you guys can join us. This your girl, Lisa. This is Real Talk. We got another Real Talk coming next week. Y'all know what's up. We got bingo tomorrow and Wednesday. And then ain't no telling what else we got after next. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you for joining us. I appreciate everybody. I want to thank all the mods. I want to thank Leilani, my co-hostess with the mostest. I would like to thank my wife, DC Kool-Aid. Thank you, everybody. Budon, everybody in the chat. If I didn't say your name, y'all know. I just happened to Budon was the last person to say something on my thing. I love you guys. Kick my butt. What? Use my butt. I love you guys. Peace.
Coming in, yeah, flex. I just wanna win, yeah. LA baby who running with, yeah. 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Pump up the action. Bitch, I'm active. If he never heard of Ben Dope, he just napping. Jackson's off the rapping. Keep it on my body, bitch, I'm broke if you asking. Yo, gotta sell them Cialis flawless. Broken wrist longer than it's foreign. Heard you want it cause the yam's enormous. What's an ass? She is a gorgeous. Live my life last name, a Morgan Freeman. Trying to touch a forest. Do not know when knocking on the door is. Came in, I came in. Did it like the Porsches coming in. Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby who running with. Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3, I'm on 10 again. Okay, alright. Coming in, Yeah, flex. I just wanna win. Yeah, LA baby, who we running with? Yeah, 2, 2, 3, 3. I'm on 10, 10, 10. Yeah.